Kevin De Bruyne was just a quiet boy in Belgium. So quiet that a host family sent him home, unsure whether he had the personality to survive, let alone lead. But within that silence lived a mind already learning the geometry of the game, a calm that saw spaces others hadn't yet imagined. While his peers shouted to be seen, Kevin watched in stillness, absorbing rhythm and angle with the intensity of someone who knew his voice would eventually be heard through his feet. At Genk, those feet found expression. At Chelsea, they were ignored. But exile became a phase of quiet development, sharpening his vision for what would come next. In Germany, he gained consistency. In Manchester, he assumed complete control. He rose through the Premier League with the precision of a metronome and the clarity of an architect. His play carried a vision that often felt prophetic. Every pass became a sentence. Every match is a manifesto, and the message was clear. Presence doesn't require volume. This is the story of how a boy once dismissed for being too quiet rewrote the tempo of English football on his terms.
It's Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne was born on June 28, 1991, in Drongen, a quiet residential district near Ghent, Belgium. His early life unfolded in stillness. While other children fought for attention, Kevin rarely spoke. He studied everything, absorbed everyone, and let football express what words never could. His mother Anna was born in Burundi, though she held Belgian nationality, and his father Herwig once worked painting and cleaning the exterior of railway trains. The family moved often. This gave Kevin a detached lens on the world, but football anchored him. He joined KVV Drongen at age 4, where coaches were struck by his balance, coordination, and relentless focus. He played with both feet as if they were mirrors, each touch precise, every movement rehearsed. At 8, he joined Ghent's academy, then moved to Genk in 2005. There, his personality created friction. The club placed him with a host family who later asked for his removal. They claimed he was too quiet, too withdrawn. It devastated him. Years later, De Bruyne called it the moment that's been given to me as difficult. But something shifted after that. He became sharper, colder, and obsessed with proving his value. In May 2009, at 17, he made his professional debut for Genk. A year later, he earned a starting role and began producing numbers that couldn't be ignored, producing 6 goals and 17 assists in the 2010-11 campaign. Genk won the league. De Bruyne's name surged across Europe. He had grown from a dismissed academy kid to a creative engine behind a title-winning side. By the start of 2012, Chelsea entered the picture. The Premier League was calling. De Bruyne had no illusions. He was leaving Belgium with talent in his boots and something to prove in his heart. On 31st January 2012, Chelsea signed Kevin De Bruyne from Genk for a reported £7 million. He signed a 5.5-year contract, but stayed in Belgium for the rest of the season. At 20, De Bruyne viewed it as a breakthrough. A move to one of England's top clubs signaled the next step in his rise. That summer, he featured in Chelsea's preseason matches, including a 4-2 win over Seattle Sounders and a friendly against Paris Saint-Germain. On 31st July 2012, before playing an official match for Chelsea, the club loaned him to Werder Bremen. His season in Germany was a success. 10 goals, multiple assists, and the attention of major Bundesliga clubs. Off the pitch, a personal rupture struck. In the summer of 2013, while De Bruyne was emerging on loan at Bremen, his then-girlfriend, Caroline Leinen, revealed an affair with Belgian teammate Thibaut Courtois. She later claimed it was in response to Kevin's earlier infidelity. The betrayal revealed a painful breach in De Bruyne's trusted circle. Though deeply hurt, he chose professionalism over retaliation. In his autobiography, he acknowledged the emotional cost, but maintained public dignity. The fracture quietly lingered for years, evolving into a deeper rivalry with Courtois in the national team. He returned to Chelsea in July 2013, under Jose Mourinho, who assured him a role. In pre-season, De Bruyne scored against a Malaysia-selected 11 but suffered a minor knee injury. Still, he recovered in time to start the Premier League opener against Hull City, assisting the opening goal. But momentum stopped there. Over the next several months, his playing time dropped. He made just 3 Premier League appearances in the first half of the 2013-14 season, totaling 132 minutes. Despite proving himself in Germany, he was sidelined at Stamford Bridge. Mourinho publicly questioned his training attitude. Privately, De Bruyne was shown a depth chart listing every player above him. He wasn't injured or struggling. He simply wasn't selected. Feeling his development stall, he asked to leave. On 18 January 2014, Chelsea sold him to Wolfsburg for £18 million. The headlines didn't suggest anything extraordinary. It looked like another young player who couldn't handle the jump. In truth, it was Chelsea who failed to see what was coming next. In January 2014, Kevin De Bruyne took a crucial step forward with an £18 million transfer to VfL Wolfsburg, signing a long-term deal that promised a stable central role. Wolfsburg offered something Chelsea never did: trust. They needed a weapon. De Bruyne needed a stage. He quickly grasped it. During the 2014-15 season, he delivered a breathtaking 10 goals and 21 Bundesliga assists, setting a league record for chances created and ranking as Europe's leading assister. Journalists voted him Germany's Player of the Year, collecting 367 out of 657 votes and surpassing legends like Robben and Neuer. His influence extended beyond statistics. De Bruyne orchestrated Wolfsburg's midfield with surgical precision, controlling the tempo and unlocking defenses. The performance that defined his ascent arrived on January 30, 2015, when Wolfsburg destroyed Bayern Munich 4-1, with De Bruyne contributing 2 goals and an assist. The victory snapped Bayern's long-running defensive streak, an exclamation point on De Bruyne's technical mastery. That season also brought silverware. Wolfsburg triumphed in the DFB Pokal final, beating Borussia Dortmund 3-1, with De Bruyne scoring the go-ahead goal. He added the DFL Super Cup to the trophy case, delivering a key assist in their penalty win over Bayern. His performances elevated Wolfsburg from mid-table contenders to genuine champions. By April 2015, media across Europe were buzzing. Manchester City made an opening offer of £47 million. Wolfsburg rejected it. The next offer came at £58 million. Negotiations escalated. Interest spread across Europe, but one club was fully committed. Wolfsburg trusted him. His quality, vision, and temperament suited their ambitions, and he repaid that trust with dominance. In Germany, he stopped being a mute figure who needed opportunity. He became a leader whose presence shifted matches and challenged eras. And when Manchester City came calling that summer, he carried Wolfsburg's momentum, carrying a blueprint for success back to England. In August 2015, Kevin De Bruyne returned to England, this time as a leader. Manchester City signed him from Wolfsburg for £55 million, making him the second most expensive British transfer at the time. The fee carried weight, but De Bruyne carried ambition. He traded Bundesliga admiration for the challenge of shaping a new era in English football. Unlike his previous stint in the Premier League, this was a statement of intent. He arrived with the intent to dictate games and command the pitch. Under Manuel Pellegrini, De Bruyne adjusted swiftly to City's tempo. He immediately brought a sense of calm to the midfield, playing with the composure of someone who had never left. In the 2015-16 Premier League, he scored 7 goals and provided 9 assists in 25 appearances, recording 16 direct goal involvements in the league alone. He was instrumental in City's League Cup triumph, scoring a crucial goal in the semi-final against Everton, but he missed the final due to an injury. His debut season brought silverware alongside significant individual acclaim. He scored a last-minute winner against Sevilla in the Champions League, earned a place on the Ballon d'Or shortlist, and played a decisive role in multiple domestic and European fixtures. Momentum was building around him, and the football world began to take serious notice. When Pep Guardiola arrived in 2016, he saw in De Bruyne more than just a midfielder. Guardiola moved him into a central orchestrator role, a hybrid of number 8 and 10, where he could dictate tempo, manipulate space, and bend matches to his will. Guardiola envisioned him as the central brain of his system. De Bruyne repaid that trust. His spatial awareness and passing variety unlocked deep defenses, and he evolved into City's tactical brain. His versatility became his weapon. In the same game, he could drift wide to overload, drop deep to receive, or burst into the box with perfect timing. De Bruyne became synonymous with City's success. In the record-breaking 2017-18 season, City reached 100 points, and De Bruyne contributed 8 goals and 16 assists. He played 37 out of 38 league games that season and was widely considered the team's on-pitch strategist. In the following years, he continued to set the creative standard. During the 2019-20 season, he equaled Thierry Henry's record of 20 assists in a single Premier League campaign and added 13 goals, showing a sharp eye for finishing as well. That year, he also created the most chances in Europe's top 5 leagues. His vision, weight of pass, and timing defined City's attacking play. In 2020-21, despite injury setbacks, he helped lead City to the Champions League final and sustained strong performances in the Premier League. His adaptability remained central to Guardiola's evolving tactics. At the end of the season, De Bruyne was honored with the PFA Players Player of the Year award, a testament to his influence and recognition by fellow professionals. From 2015 to 2025, De Bruyne delivered 120 Premier League assists, second only to Ryan Giggs, and became Manchester City's all-time top assister with 177 assists across all competitions. Simultaneously, his international career with Belgium flourished. He represented the national team in 4 major tournaments: the 2014 and 2022 FIFA World Cups, and UEFA Euro 2016 and 2020, playing a pivotal role in Belgium's third-place finish at the 2018 World Cup. In that tournament, he scored a vital goal against Brazil in the quarterfinals and was named to the FIFA World Cup Dream Team. In 2023, he captained Belgium through qualification and played his 100th international match in June 2024, scoring in a warm-up game before Euro 2024, where he led the team once more as captain. It wasn't always seamless. Injuries, particularly a serious knee issue in 2018, and a thigh problem in 2021 kept him sidelined for key periods. But every time he returned sharper. His Champions League semi-final goal against PSG in 2021 and dominant performances against Real Madrid in later years were reminders of his big-game mentality. Adversity refined his resolve and intensified his impact. Teammates alike ran out of superlatives. Vincent Kompany once said, "Give him a plan and he sees the planet." Guardiola called him one of the best players I ever seen in my life, and even admitted
his influence in our success in the last decade, that will be impossible imagine without him.
Yet De Bruyne never chased headlines. He led with restraint, communicating in actions more than words. His body language was economy in motion. He captained without show. His leadership came from a quiet confidence. Over 10 years, he made 422 appearances, scored 108 goals, and delivered 177 assists. He won 6 Premier League titles, a Champions League in 2023, 2 FA Cups, and 5 League Cups. He also surpassed 800 chances created in Europe's top 5 leagues since 2006, a testament to his enduring creativity. In Champions League play, his incisive passing was crucial in City's deep runs, including the historic 2022-23 treble season. Few players in English football had such consistent influence over a decade, and in doing so, he became the reference point for modern midfielders. In the summer of 2025, Kevin De Bruyne ended his 10-year spell at Manchester City. His contract quietly expired, and on June 12th, he signed a 2-year deal with Napoli, with an option for a third. The medicals were completed in Rome, and the announcement came from club president Aurelio De Laurentiis. Though interest came from Major League Soccer in Saudi Arabia, De Bruyne chose Serie A. He was drawn to its tactical nuance, its slower rhythm, and the promise of a team he could shape from within. Napoli had just won the 2024-25 Serie A title under Antonio Conte, and were looking to elevate further in Europe. For Conte, De Bruyne represented experience, precision, and calm authority. For De Bruyne, Napoli represented a new canvas. At 34, he sought a deeper sense of meaning through purpose and presence. Kevin De Bruyne's farewell to Manchester City was a moment of emotional magnitude. For a decade, he had been City's guiding presence, the architect behind their attacking identity. The fans trusted his vision, and his influence extended far beyond goals and assists. As June 2025 approached and his contract reached its end, the weight of his departure settled across the club like dusk after a long, golden day. His influence stretched beyond the pitch, in training, in leadership, and in the silent confidence that steadied the squad. He played for City in a way that made him part of its identity. Pep Guardiola didn't hide the emotion.
And a sad day because, of course, it's part of us, he's leaving.
The manager called him irreplaceable.
No one will be like Kevin, like with Sergio, for example. There are players that they are unique.
In 10 seasons, De Bruyne had redefined what a midfielder could be in English football. His 422 appearances, 108 goals, and 177 assists placed him atop City's creative hierarchy. He was the club's leading assist provider in all competitions, and the tactical heart of Guardiola's system. In a place where you've been a decade with this incredible match of love and respect and gratitude, there's nothing else better than that, Guardiola said.
Kevin, when I arrived here, was not Man City fan, right? So I'm pretty sure, I don't know who teams he supports, but I'm pretty sure now he's a Man City fan. It will be forever.
Reflecting on his role in Naples, De Bruyne said,
You learn from other people, so I'm going to try and help the other ones.
it was a simple statement that revealed his intent was to become a guide as much as a playmaker. He arrived to support and elevate those around him with quiet influence. At City, he built a legacy with his feet. In Naples, he would aim to build one through his influence. Manchester City bid farewell to their metronome. Napoli embraced a mentor with the power to shape games and minds alike. From the quiet boy once returned by a host family, to the silent general who orchestrated a decade of dominance in England, Kevin De Bruyne earned the spotlight through precision and presence. His story is one of finesse, shaped by angles, decisions, and unmatched clarity. Manchester was the canvas where he painted his legacy. Naples is where he refines it. This is how a rejected Belgian boy took over English football and kept writing, even after the final whistle.